Hi there, this is Steve Isidore with Summit Insurance USA, your local agent for Florida Blue here in the state of Florida, your life insurance broker in Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Virginia. And a life insurance broker versus a life insurance agent is pretty simple. A broker is able to submit business to a lot of different companies and therefore help you shop with a lot of companies so that way you can pick the plan that's best for you versus an agent, which tends to be captive to one company. And today what I'm going to do is share a very quick slide presentation that I use with a lot of my clients when I'm introducing them to life insurance for the first time, because a lot of people don't know what life insurance is or how to shop for life insurance. So basically, all life insurance is a contract between you and the insurance company where you promise to pay a fixed monthly fee, and if something were to happen to you or when something happens to you, they're going to give your family a large lump sum of money that they can use for your funeral expenses, to continue their standard of living. You can use it to create a legacy. You can use it to pay off a mortgage. Whatever the use is really based on like what you're trying to accomplish. And a lot of times people don't know what they're trying to accomplish. So what I tell them is to think of what is it you're trying to protect and divide that by the amount of time you're trying to protect it. So for example, let's say you're trying to protect your mortgage and it's $250,000 and you have a 15-year mortgage, then a term policy for $250,000 for 15 years might be a great, very inexpensive way to protect that mortgage if something were to happen to you and to help your family keep the house. Additionally, as you can see, I have food on there, a college tuition, a car, and that's just to think about some of the things that, can your family buy food 2 months from now if they were to lose your income? Will they get to keep the car? Will your kids still be able to afford college? So this is just to let you know how important life insurance is, which a lot of people kind of neglect. And I understand none of us expect to pass away while we're young, but anything can happen at any time. So it's not something that we should just leave up to fate or think that we know we're going to pass away in a later years or at an old age. So, we have to protect the people that, we've spent our lives with, that we've invested in. So the first thing I want to talk about with life insurance is whole life insurance, which I call basically self-funded life insurance. The original concept of this plan was that, if you wanted $150,000 worth of life insurance, they would take your current age, subtract it from 100, divide that by 12, and then that would be your monthly premium. But times have changed and it's not that drastic. And as you can, if you were to do the math here, you would see that you're paying a lot less than $150,000 for a $150,000 life insurance policy. So whole life insurance is something that I would really suggest for children, through a Gerber plan or something like that, or people who are taking final expense plans, which, tend to be people who are 45 and older, who may just want a little bit of insurance or are in bad health and need a guaranteed issued policy. So if you look at this example, the 30-year-old woman's premium for $150,000 of life insurance is $165.54. Mind you, this is just one company. It's not that price for everyone. It's not that price for everyone at the same location. Your health comes into play. So this is just for example purposes only. The next type of policy I want to talk about is term life insurance, which I've subtitled rented or borrowed life insurance. So basically, as long as you're paying your monthly premium, you have the insurance. And when the contract comes to an end, you part ways with the insurance company, or you have the options to convert it to a whole life or to renew. But nonetheless, the money you've paid for the previous policy stays with the company, and the company no longer has to insure you unless you decide to stay with them. So what I want you to know with this is that the longer the term, the more expensive the premium. So as you can see, for $150,000, the pink is basically the quote for the 30-year-old woman. For 10 years would be $13.24. For 20 years would be $16.34. And for 30 years would be $23.33. So this is a great option for people who need some insurance or a lot of insurance, but don't have a great budget. And, I believe that some insurance is better than no insurance because life is unpredictable and it would be terrible for something to happen to you. And, you didn't have insurance just because you're like, oh, well, I didn't want term, I wanted whole. And to be honest with you, whole life insurance is actually kind of outdated for someone between the ages of 18 and 50 years old. The next thing I want to talk to you about is kind of like a hybrid between the whole and the term. So I've called it extended term life insurance. And when I write these policies, I only write companies that are, well, one, all the companies I use are A-rated or better, but I only write companies that are going to guarantee your death benefit up until the age of 121. So that way, as long as you make your monthly premiums, you're covered until 121, which most people don't live to be that old. And as you can see, the benefit of this is that one, you have a permanent solution, and for the same $150,000, it is almost $100 cheaper for the $150,000 on the 30-year-old woman, because here it's only $68.60 for her. And if it was a male counterpart, it would be $83.86. Apparently, it costs a little bit more to insure men. And moving along, the last thing I want to talk about is accidental death insurance. So this accidental death life insurance, it's only going to cover you if you were to die accidentally. But if your budget's relatively tight and you're in really good health, this could be a temporary solution until you can buy either a permanent policy or maybe a term policy or something of that nature. So if you're looking at this example, the accidental death policy is super affordable. $50,000 of accidental death coverage is only $4.80 per month. So there's really not an excuse to not have some type of life insurance. Additionally, I have a plan, and this is only in the state of Florida as of right now. Well, I can only offer it in the state of Florida, which is the Accident Elite. It offers you $40,000 of accidental death coverage. Additionally, if you were to injure yourself, break an arm, lose a leg, or something like that, there are cash benefits that are paid directly to you as well, and that's only $18.04 per month. So just to keep this short, that's basically all I have for you for today. And as a bonus, if you'd like to get a life insurance quote on the universal life or the term life insurance, you could actually visit Summit Insurance USA and get a quote without putting any of your personal information in. So this allows you to kind of get a gauge of what life insurance costs, and you don't have to deal with an agent. No one's going to call you. I'm not asking for your number. Now, if you decide that you want a plan, I hope you would consider Summit Insurance USA and therefore put your information after you get your quote, and I'll be able to contact you and help you along with the process. Thank you for watching, and if you're already covered, please like this video or share it with a friend you know who's not covered so you're not responsible for their GoFundMe account. And if you know some people who don't have coverage, please share this video so that way they can have access to this information as well. Thank you for watching.